Today's game features Levon Aronian playing as white against Viswanathan Anand as black. Move 0. White pushes the pawn to d4. Black pawn to d5, a solid positional move. White pawn to c4. Black pawn to c6. White develops the knight to f3, creating an opening imbalance. Black brings the knight to f6. White knight to c3. Black pawn to e6. White advances to e3, preparing to castle. Black brings the knight to d7. On move 5, white places the bishop on d3. Black captures on c4 with the pawn, a principled move, fighting for the center. White captures on c4. Black pawn to b5. White develops the bishop to d3. Black bishop to d6. White goes for kingside castle. Black castles short. White queen to c2. Black bishop to b7. A subtle improvement. Move 10. White advances to a3, building pressure. Black rook to c8, creating complications. White plays ing5. In retrospect, this opening line is put to the test by Anand's response. Black plays c5. Black always wants to play this in the semi-Slav. Excel at tactics and analysis are needed to justify it here. White captures on h7. Black brings the knight to g4. White pushes the pawn to f4. Black captures on d4 with the pawn, addressing the imbalance. White captures on d4 with the pawn. Black plays bc5. Boom! Anand refutes White's setup in style. Suddenly, White finds himself overextended and beset by ideas of smothered mate. On move 15, White places the bishop on e2. Black plays nday5, boomx2. Anand's second minor piece sacrifice forces the win. Anand's pieces breathe fire through the center of the board. White bishop takes g4. Black takes on d4 with the bishop, and check. White king moves to h1. Black captures on g4, a forcing continuation. White captures on f8, this improves the position significantly. Black pushes the pawn to f5. White develops the knight to g6. Black brings out the queen to f6. Move 20. White advances to h3. Black queen takes g6. White deploys the queen to e2. Black brings out the queen to h5, simplifying the position. Now, White brings out the queen to d3. Black plays b3. This interference move destroys the defense of qxh3+ and is completely decisive. A fine finish to an incredibly brilliant game. Levon Aronian resigns. Viswanathan Anand wins the game.